Hari Om, Namaskar to all of you. On 21st of this month, May, we are celebrating Sri Narasimha Jayanti at Sri Kshetra Narasimhavadi, Ahobilam. I'll be there on that day with Bhagavan's grace. Lord Narayan, in the avatara of Narasimha, has taught us many things. The very avatara teaches you a lot of things. The avatara by itself has got a lot of elements which will be useful for practical application in life today. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Narasimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Narasimha, Veeram Krodha Varaha Narasimha, Mahavishnu, Malola Narasimha, Jwalantam, Jwala Narasimha, Sarvato Mukham, Pavana Narasimha, Narasimham, Karanja Narasimha, Bhishanam, Chhatravatha Narasimha, Bhadram, Yogananda Narasimha, Mrityum, Bhargava Narasimha. Narasimha Kshetram, Ahobilam. Such a beautiful kshetram where it is said, the legend says that avatara of Narasimha was reenacted on the request of Lord Garuda. Lord Garuda had a desire to see Narasimha avatara. Nobody knows where the original Narasimha avatara happened. Nobody knows. It's not on earth. For the benefit of devotees, Garuda requested Bhagavan, Swayam Narayan, to reenact. So it was an action replay of the Lord. The very avatara is very instantaneous, sporadic. It just came out. Narasimha just came out of a pillar. Pillar is nothing else but your ego. That is Hiranyakashipu's ego. All of us have that ego. All of us have a Hiranyakashipu in us. That ego self opened up and the true self came out. The consciousness in its very pure form came out as Narasimha. Everybody, we all fight with people, we compete with people, we compete with unequals, we compete with people who may not be to the caliber of us, and then we will claim victory. We will claim victory. Here, Lord did not want to compete with who are inferior to him. It should be an equivalent match. The Devatas could not control him. Nobody could control him. Nobody could control Hiranyakashipu. Devatas pleaded with the Lord. Hari. They went to Narayan. They pleaded. He has been torturing the nobles, he has tortured the saints, the seers, he has been torturing the devatas, good people, normal people are being tortured by him. including Prahlada. His own son he was torturing because his son did not follow his diktats. Son was not prepared to follow his instructions. Son was not prepared to follow what all Hiranyakashipu said. So he was torturing his son also. Many times he attempted to kill him, to kill his own son. Many various methods he followed. So, Lord chose his target who is quite good. Not like you and me, where we fight with inferior people. We fight with people who don't have strength and we claim victory. Your opponent must be equal to you for you to fight with him. Your opponent should have some recognition. Then the fight is really worth. Okay. Otherwise the fight is not worth. What is the point in fighting with a very small insect? There is nothing like a fight. Right away it is over. But Lord, after everybody has been tested, he fought with many and he won the battle, and finally there was nobody to defeat him. At that stage the Lord appeared. This is a good lesson for all of us. Okay. It's a very good lesson. The ego self of Hiranyakashipu was so huge, so large. It was very huge. It was the pillar. From the pillar came out the true self, Narasimha, the pure consciousness, universal consciousness. That's the beauty of this avatara. Please remember, Prahlada as a devotee was always Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. He was into Narayan to that extent. Anybody asks any question, the reply will be Narayan, nothing else. Prahlada's bhakti was to that extent. He always merged with Narayan. He merged with Narayan. He said Hari, Hari, Hari. Every point of time Prahlada was only aspiring to be with Narayan. And he was spreading the message of Narayan by repeating Om Namo Narayanaya. He went on repeating. Anybody, even in the Gurukulam where Hiranyakashipu had put him to learn lessons, he even tutored his own masters with Ashtakshari, Om Namo Narayanaya. To that extent, he had blended with the Lord. On the other side, Hiranyakashipu was also thinking about the Lord. Where is Hari? Where is Hari? Who has killed my brother Hiranyakshaka? The person who killed my brother, I would like to face him and teach him a lesson. So in one way, Prahlada was thinking always about Narayan. And the same way, Hiranyakashipu was always thinking about Narayan. Probably it is not exactly the same way. He was thinking. This was bhakti. But that was not bhakti. But he was also immersed in searching for Narayan. Of course, he had the vengeance, he had the grouse, he had the wrath against Narayan, who had killed his brother by manifesting as Varaha Avatara. So, even Prahlada did not know that Lord is going to come out like Narasimha. The head portion is lion and the body is that of a human. Nobody imagined. Even Prahlada did not know, even Hiranyakashipu did not know. Even Hiranyakashipu did not know that Lord is going to manifest in this way. In order to protect himself, the boon which he took from Brahma, neither human can kill, neither an animal can kill, neither any weapons can kill. I cannot be killed in the daytime, I cannot be killed in the night time. I should not be killed outside, I should not be killed inside, I should not be killed up, I should not be killed down. Like this, he had many conditions. Please remember, Lord fulfilled all those conditions. Lord did not say, I am not responsible. I am not responsible for the boon which was given by Brahma. Please remember, Lord respected Brahma's boon. This is one lesson which all humans have to learn today. When you are working in an organization, when your junior is going to lay a stipulation or a condition which will be useful for the growth of organization, though there will be a difference of opinion by the senior official, the junior official's condition should be fulfilled and a condition should be formed fulfilling all the conditions of the junior official, so that the junior official is not insulted in any way. But we throw our ego self and say, who is he to direct? I am his boss. I can always overwrite his decision. Even when you overwrite his decision, you are supposed to justify it by fulfilling all the conditions, when the conditions have been very genuine. This is one lesson which we have to learn from Narasimha Avatar. And Lord gave a surprise to both Prahlada and Hiranyakashipu. They never imagined that he is going to come in that form. They could never imagine that Lord is going to come as Narasimha in that form. That's the beauty of the Lord. Lord can come in any form. Bhagavan Narayan, who is ultimately everything, he can manifest in any form. He is there in anything and everything. Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagata. So he can manifest in any form. You cannot imagine also in what form the Lord will appear. So it was a pleasant surprise for Prahlada, and it was equally a surprise for Hiranyakashipu. The form was something totally different, totally unimaginable. They could not imagine that the Lord can manifest that way. So Lord always throws surprises. So beautiful he manifested. That is the wonder of Narasimha Avatar. Yes, the battle was there, Yuddha Narasimha. From the pillar he came, he is Stambha Narasimha. Then he fought Yuddha Narasimha. Of course, in the time of the Lord it may be millionth and millionth and billionth by of some nanosecond it may be. But in human time it might have been something big. So we call it Yuddha Narasimha because it's a dark energy. The dark energy is equally very powerful. Hiranyakashipu was a source of dark energy. He had a lot of negative aksharas with him. They were all teaming up as a team, as an army. The Lord fought every negativity and every negative akshara. Lord was positive. Lord is light, not darkness. But Lord had an opportunity. An opportunity he created himself to show that he is superior than the dark. And he fought. All those things, all the negative energies were fought by the positive vibration. As a human, you are supposed to be positive. Whatever may be negative in you, you have to fight it out. Today, Hiranyakashipu is inside you. Prahlada is inside you. Narasimha is inside you. Narasimha can manifest inside you and kill the negativity. And kill the dark force which is there inside you in the form of ego, in the form of possessiveness, in the form of anger, resentment, jealousy, greed. All these things are nothing else but dark energies. They have all, of course, come from the nature. Everything has come from the Lord. There is nothing which has not come from Him. Everything has manifested from Him. But ultimately, He points out that these things are not useful and you have to use me to kill these things. So the more you recite mantras like Narasimha, Moola Mantra, Mantra Rajapada Moola Mantra. They say this is the Mantra Rajam. In Mantra, it is the Rajam. It is the Rajam. Mantra Rajam. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Mrityum Namamyaham. Keep on reciting any number of times. Any number of times. Recite at home. Recite when you are going to office. Recite when you are in a wedding. Recite when you are in a funeral. Recite anywhere and everywhere. Any number of times. Recite on the bed. Fill yourself with positive energy with Narasimha Moola Mantra. It will give you so much of courage, so much of conviction, so much of determination to see this, you live this life with positivity. I find many times in newspapers when I go through, the morning I read a little bit of newspapers to know the current situation and so many things. I find a lot of suicides. It is the work of the dark energy. Suicides, we are also responsible sometimes. Sometimes the parents go on telling the kid, you can become a doctor, you can become a doctor, you can become a doctor. The kid keeps hearing it right from the younger age. Going on hearing doctor, 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 doctor. Probably that may not be the real stuff for the kid. The kid probably is destined to become a very good musician, maybe. Or maybe a chartered accountant, maybe an engineer. We don't know what it is. Or maybe a very great social worker, maybe a good politician. Okay. Politicians are also, there are good people. Because they have to administer the country. So it is destined. You are trying to create a new destiny for the child by repeating. The kid writes the NEET exam, he or she is not able to get through. Get depressed. Sometimes even kids, while attempting the exam itself, before, they hang. There are so many deaths happening because they go for the tuition courses. There also, the teachers also keep on jacking up 12 hours, 16 hours. They are not treated like humans. In fact, today we say we must be human to even animals. Even animals should be treated more humanly. That is what today we are trying to preach. When that is the case, going on driving your child, vachi. Becoming ambitious is very good. But please remember, ambition along with it has an element of aggressiveness. To be aggressive comes with some cost and you have to pay that cost. You will be very stressful if you are very ambitious. Aggression leads to stress. We go on. The child is not able to achieve because everybody at home were looking at the child like a doctor. They cannot become doctors. The parents could not become doctors. So they had a dream and that dream should be fulfilled by the kid. What sort of a nonsense it is? That kid has come to live its dream. Allow the kid to live its dream. It cannot live the parents' dream, neighbor's dream, relatives' dream, teacher's dream. So when you teach the kid, please educate them properly. So lot of death, that is because of negative energy. And when I meditate as a prayogi, when I look at, I find a long queue which is not even able to reach the Pitraloka, the original address. They are not able to reach because they have worked against their destiny. It has happened because the negative energy tries to kidnap such souls. As prayogis, it is our job to see that you are sent to your own address from where you can reach Narayan. That is ultimately the aim. We see thousands and thousands, billions, millions of souls hanging here and there. Please remember, soul is energy. It cannot be destroyed. It always remains. When I look across, this queue extends not just universe, even multiverse. You carry so much of negative energy, and all that negative energy is going to contribute only to negativity. So the positivity is Narasimha. Let the Lord decide. He will decide for you. He is your father. He is your mother. Mata Narasimha, Pita Narasimha, Brata Narasimha, Saka Narasimha, Vidya Narasimha, Dravinam Narasimha, Swami Narasimha, Sakalam Narasimha. Ito Narasimha, Parato Narasimha, Yato Yami Tato Narasimha, Bahir Narasimha, Hridaya Narasimha, Narasimha Madim Charanam Prabhatye. Narasimha, nothing else. To that extent, we are going to install Prayoga Narasimha. Maybe another 2-3 months. We don't know. The date we have not fixed. Prayoga Narasimha will have 18 hands, 16 hands with various astras. The various astras constitute various aksharas, billions and millions of aksharas. So many aksharas, I cannot count it. But totally about 78% of what is available across the cosmos. When I mean cosmos, it is not universe, it is multiverse. All those aksharas will be available there. When I call this temple unique, it's not a very huge temple, but it carries that significance of totality. Everything will be there. Everything will be there. You cannot visualize them, but they can see you. They will look at you. All your so-called sins will all dissipate. Krishna says, Yomam pashyati sarvatra sarvam chamayi pashyati tasya aham na pranashyami sacha me na pranashyati. One who sees me in all, sees all in me. Such a person never misses Krishna, nor Krishna misses him. So, they will be able to perceive what Krishna said. You will also perceive. Your thinking must be towards. That is Prayoga Narasimha. Prayoga Narasimha fought the Yuddha to dissipate the negativity. All those negative aksharas were removed first. All those negative aksharas who came in the form of various beings which cannot be described also in the cosmos. The war was fought only to be won, not to be lost. It was such a beauty. Maybe in Lord's terms it may not be, as I said, a billionth of a nanosecond or trillionth, I don't know. But in human, maybe a very big thing, maybe thousands of years. So all this was used. Prayoga was the key to the Lord. Prayoga emanated from the Lord. He used that. And the negativity was totally demolished. That's the beauty of the Lord. That's why we are doing so much of prayogas. It's a very rare opportunity going to be there in your life to participate, because you and me are not going to be there for thousands of years. This is a Prayoga Bhumi where all our previous ancestors in the lineage of Prayoga have visited, stayed, lived. Some of them at least were there as visitors. That's the beauty, that's the Prayoga Bhumi, that's the kind of involvement, what you should have. The kind of love what you have with your family, mother, father, kids, husband, wife, lovers, partners. The kind of feeling, that deep feeling, that ingrained feeling of love, that should be there with Narasimha. That's the feeling you should develop. Of course, it can develop only with these blessings. And the way is chanting the mantra many number of times. The more and more, and getting immersed in it. Forgetting everything. Everything is taken care. So to that extent, the involvement with Narasimha must be to that extent. It should be ingrained. It should be there in the blood, in the bone. Any number of janmas we take, Narasimha is the answer. And he will be there, he will be there. And he is the guide to our ancestors. He is the guide. He is our forefather. He is the guide. He is Janardhan. To that extent, your involvement must be there with Narasimha. All the negativities get removed by Prayoga Narasimha. He takes care. He uses the aksharas. He uses the good aksharas to eliminate the negative ones. The dark energy is removed through the light. That's the beauty. Because there is something dark, we know there is light. In fact, darkness is the mother of light. Otherwise, light will not be appreciated also. The worth of Narasimha we know because there is somebody called Hiranyakashipu. After all, that was Narasimha only created Hiranyakashipu. Bhagavan only created both. Bhagavan only created the light, Bhagavan only created the dark. But finally he showed light is superior than the dark. He said dark is not required. He said have positivity. To that extent, he gave you. So Yuddha Narasimha, Vada Narasimha fulfilled everything. Fulfilled all the conditions of Brahma. Neither human nor animal, so half animal, half human. Okay. Now he used only the nails. In the nails came all the aksharas, the beautiful good aksharas. Sudarshana in the form of nails he came. Yatha yattam jagat chakram kala chakram sasashvatam padavastad param chakram chakra rupasya chakradha. Swami Desikan says. Sudarshana in the form of chakra, in the nails, to just rip open the cage. The rib cage was opened. It was such a fight, a glorious fight. Yuddha Narasimha, Vada Narasimha, Yoga Narasimha. Then he was in the form of yoga, teaching yoga and prayoga for the welfare of humanity, for the welfare of the entire Jagat, multiverse. I was talking to somebody the other day. He is a big man, he is very knowledgeable man, good man, very normal man, good man. He was saying, we have found this, we have found that. Yes, there may be many things which you have not found. Just because you have not found, you are not able to invent, doesn't mean they don't exist. Only thing is still your knowledge has not expanded to that extent where you will be able to visualize. See, science is only looking at things. Looking at things. But Prayoga is looking through things. There is a difference. You have a scanning machine and you have an X-ray machine. X-ray machine is just looking at it. But scan will look through. So it is more like a scan. It looks through. It looks through that. That's the beauty. Yeah. Accidentally also you can step into another world. There are people who have stepped into that world and they are lost. Sometimes people are not able to digest because their intelligence is not to that extent to accept the reality. Many times people cannot accept the reality. They always live in a falsified world, thinking that that is the truth. Of course, we are not here to debate all that. But unfortunately, suddenly the person who does not understand the reality is we are not alone. There is always a force with us. There is always something surrounding us. Here also, in this room also, so many things are there across. Everywhere it is there. Everywhere it is there. That is Swayam Narayan, nothing else. Have that faith that the Lord is with you. Have that faith, Lord takes care of you. Have that faith to keep on chanting His name. Praise Him. Praise Him, adore Him. Adore Him. How much you can adore Him. Be one with Him. Be one in your thought, in your action. All that you do, attribute to Him. You are not the doer. Jump the doership. He is the Lord. He is the doer. He is the Karta. No karma will get attached to you. Keep Him always in mind as you do anything and everything. It doesn't mean that when you are not the doer, you will just simply quit. No. You will be performing everything that has to be performed. The way it has to be performed. You will be totally dedicated to it. But always there in mind it will be, I am not doing and He is the doer. Keep Him in mind. Work it out. In every field you will succeed. Don't expect results. Just do your duty. Automatically results will come. Automatically you will have the fruits of your action. When you disown it, don't own anything. Become light so that you can visualize light. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Welcome to Narasimha. We'll meet there. We are having Narasimha Jayanti on 21st. There are some people who celebrate it on 22nd, but we are celebrating on 21st. So please be there. Come, welcome. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Bye.